Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. I ask for a moment of silence for our former Alderman and Council President, John Dino Sr. May he rest in peace. Thank you. Roll.
Ramkazoon.
Here.
Tobin.
Here.
Kleiner. He's absent. Johnson.
Here.
John Francois.
Here.
Burr.
Here.
Green.
Here.
Massey.
Here.
President Rodriguez.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Approval of minutes.
Tonight we have two council meeting minutes, one for March 6th and one for March 20th.
Make a motion. By Massey, seconded by Mr. Green. All in favor? Aye. Correspondence.
Tonight we have two correspondents from 37 Highland View Place for a block party.
Forward to
Public Works.
Public Works.
And second from Ag and Marketing, just for a municipal shelter inspection report from March 16th, 2018.
Received and filed.
That is all for correspondence.
For the good of the city, anyone would like to address the council, please step forward. You have 4 minutes.
Good evening, Vince Crescenzo, 30 Watkins Avenue. Today I'm representing the Middletown Board of Education, and we've got some good news. We're right on target with the SRO program. It's not finalized yet. I believe you guys had an executive session today, so we'll be talking to us sometime before, hopefully before Thursday. Town of Wallkill is on board, and so far the talks have been very, very good. But one point I want to make, and I said this once before, SROs are an important part of the security of any school. I don't believe they're a panacea. Like they're not the end all. And I said this before, they're an important part. It's a layer of the security in the building. The Middletown School District, the 15 years that I've been associated with the Board of Education on and off, for the last 15 years, they've been working consciously to secure the buildings. It's an ongoing, ever-evolving program. There are parts of it that I don't even know, and for good reason, that they don't make these things public, as you would imagine. So this is another layer, and the part that I really like, 2 parts, is that there'll be a police car out in front of the building, and that's a good message that the building is safe, being taken care of. And the other part of it, and we talked about this at a meeting with the chief and the mayor yesterday, that we're hoping and we're sure that the officers, first of all, they'll be well-trained, we know that, but they'll have start relationships with the students, kind of like the community policing in the city where they're visible in the school, they're not a threat, or the students will get to know them a little bit better, and this will help not only in our school but also out in the community. So we're looking forward to closing this. It'll be part of our budget, and it will start July 1st, I would hope. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time and effort and speaking with us, and we'll move forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. John Perino, Middletown Board of Education. I'm going to be a little more global than Vince. I want to compliment the members involved in meeting with the Board of Education. I know we had a very positive meeting with Alderman at Large Rodriguez and the Chief of Police Iwanshu. And the other day we had another positive meeting with Mayor Joe DeStefano and the police chief. It just seems to me like we're in an era of great cooperation. We're beginning this, and we're continuing this, and the police chief is extremely willing to work with us. I know already the police have increased patrols around our buildings because of what's happening in the country, unfortunately. As Vince pointed out, on Thursday we will be hopefully passing the budget. I don't anticipate any problems. Then we have to go out to our voters on May 15th, and the SROs will be in the budget. Not only the SROs in Middletown, but the schools in the town of Walk Hill. We also met with Supervisor Ed Diana and Chief of Police Hertman. So everything is on target. The point is, people have to get out and vote. I can't advocate for the budget. I'm not allowed to do that, but there are a number of good things in the budget. Number one, we have a 1.87 tax levy, which is the lowest in many, many years, 1.87. The second thing, the SROs are in the budget. And the third thing, we have in the budget plans to redo the track, the field, and the scoreboard. It's estimated that the stadium, high school stadium, Fowler Field, and the grounds around the field have brought in a total of about $11 million to the area, not to the Board of Education, but to the area in general. People coming and shopping in Middletown and the environs, restaurants, gas stations, on and on. So we hope to do that. Additionally, in the budget, we plan to add security aides at various buildings, and we plan to add staff, special education teachers, because the special education population in Middletown is increasing, as in the population of Middletown and Walk Hill, which means that the city and town are doing an excellent job, and I believe we are doing an excellent job. So hopefully people will get out and will vote on this budget. It's one of the most significant budgets in my memory, because what we are trying to do for the community, an SRO in every building, because no school is more important than another school. No student is more important than another student. So thank you for listening, and let's see if my colleague wants to say something.
First, no, the school board is not taking over the Common Council. But I did want to just add, first, that it is an answer to my prayers that we take in this great constructive engagement and initiative. City, the school district, along in partnership with the city of Middletown, the town of Walk Hill, to give priority to our children's safety. If our kids are not safe, nothing else matters. And I'm happy that we're taking this big step. As my colleague, Vince Crescenzo pointed out, it's not the end all. There's much more to be done, but I believe it's one step, and hopefully we'll take other steps with the cooperation of our local government and with the loyalty and word kept of the state government, so that it doesn't become an unfunded mandate. And bringing unfunded mandate, I also, in addition to being liaison to our city government, I'm also the chair of the Fair Funding Committee for the school district. And one of the issues that we are tackling is unfunded mandates. There are about, I believe, at least 40 unfunded mandates or more imposed on our school district. Unfunded mandates from state or higher government are like an albatross on the finances of not only school districts, but city governments at times. And we're going to be looking at the different unfunded mandates, hopefully meet with our respective state legislators, and to see how we could work together to hopefully address or encourage talk towards eliminating them. Over the years, there's been legislation in Albany to eliminate or cap unfunded mandates. It hasn't gone anywhere, but I mean, good things come to those who wait, and we have to fight the good fight, and we'll be working on that. It's said that if we to eliminate at least half of the unfunded mandates in our school district, that could count for a significant future reduction of property taxes. So I think it's an issue worth taking, worth investing. And when it comes to the academics, it will free the school districts to give them greater discretion to spend money more wisely or more in the academics. So that's something we're going to be looking at. And again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board. Council, Unfortunately, the mayor isn't here, but good wishes to him. It has been a long, long winter, and unfortunately, it still looks like winter for most of us. Our yards are not raked, our driveways are not really swept, and Middletown isn't really clean. So that's what I'm talking about today. This Saturday is our citywide cleanup. It's our official day where all of the people in Middletown or who are interested in Middletown can gather together and clean up our city. We have an event at Festival Square. It's called the Middletown Pride Cleanup. It's citywide, and there's no street that we don't want to address, so we need everybody's participation. We call it Cleanup Day. I call it Let's Get Rid of the Litter Day. You don't have to be a resident. You can be a friend. You can have a relative who lives in Middletown or just be interested in Middletown. Students, faculty, families, children, civic, religious groups. It doesn't matter what your interest is beyond cleaning up Middletown. Please show up, and we will outfit you with the most delicious looking bright green shirt you have ever worn. You can wear it to parties. You can wear it to summer gatherings. You can wear it anywhere. And we have many of them. We will equip you with a shirt. We will give you garbage bags. They will have a sticker on them. When you're out there picking up the litter, we will provide you with a rent-free but returnable litter grabber. We don't want the garbage bags back. We don't want the shirts back. We just want the grabbers back. ShopRite has very graciously donated water and a very healthy snack for you. And Mid-City Transit will graciously take you to your destination and back. It should be a fun day for everybody to get together, and let's bring the beautiful pride back in Middletown. Everyone who is here, everyone who knows somebody, just get everybody together, gather, and you will find a newfound pride in Middletown. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else would like to address the council?
Good evening, Mayor Winter, Lake Avenue. I'm chairman of the Middletown Fire Department Recruiting Committee, and we've been working. We have scheduled a recruiting open house for the Saturday, the 28th, in the afternoon from 2 to 4. What we'll be doing is, obviously, we'll be recruiting the adults who come, bring the kids too. We'll be demonstrating things like the firefighter protective equipment that everybody wears, which basically is an encapsulated suit. We'll be explaining our tactics, who we are, the safety we impose on our firefighters, how the engines and trucks and the other equipment works. I'd like you to come out and consider joining the good people who are the volunteers of the Middletown Fire Department. One of the incentives that's been, it's about 3 or 4 years now, is the LOSAP program, or the Length of Service Award program. If you make 10% of calls and qualify for the number in your account, there's $700 put in. And that is available to you at age 60. So if you are a young person and you do that every year, that could be a nice little chunk of change at your, well, a little bit before retirement. But anyway, come on out on Saturday, meet us, and hope you'll come and join us and become part of what we think is one heck of an organization. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, reports of department heads, economic development.
Good evening, everyone. I know we're waiting for spring, so summer concerts have been released and they're online on the Middletown Bid website. So our concerts are going to begin end of May, May 24th, and go throughout the whole summer. We have our Thursday night and Friday night concerts. And then we're also have developed a schedule with the Recreation Department and the bid for summer movies, outdoor movies. So I promise the warmth in spring and summer is on its way, and we look forward to seeing everybody back downtown and at Festival Square and throughout downtown. That's all I have for tonight.
Question for Maria? Thank you,
Thank you.
Maria. Fire Chief.
Good evening, everybody. Just a reminder, if inspection night is going to be May 4th, all aldermen are, and alderwomen, sorry, are all are all invited. We always meet here at City Hall at 6 o'clock, and then we go throughout the firehouses. Also, I believe everyone's has gotten their invitation for the dinner on May 12th. That'll be at Cool's Highland House at 6 o'clock. And in lieu of the parade this year, we're doing a field day, which will be amongst the 7 companies of Middletown and also the Battalion 1 for the county, which is our closest mutual aid. It's a field day. It's going to be held at Davidge Park, May 5th. It's a competition amongst all the members, and we'll be handing out trophies as well. We've hired 3 new career firefighters. They begin July 9th, and they begin the academy July 22nd. We promoted a firefighter to lieutenant, who's doing a great job at this point. And we have 2 resolutions. Resolution for the Length of Service Award that we do every year, and the resolution to sign for the smoke trailer that we use at the county for all our events.
That's it. Any questions for the Fire Chief? Thank you,
Thank
Chief. Police Chief.
Good evening. As you heard, we are in negotiations or discussions, at least, with the school board in regards to the SRO program. It's been very positive on both ends, and I think we are definitely working towards bringing the program back. And as you heard, it is a little bit more than just having security at the school. It's more of a mentor program to help foster and build relationships with the school children and students, and hopefully be somewhat of a guidance for them throughout their day at the school, maybe even into the community. So there's a lot more to it than just the security aspect, as you've heard. I know you guys have met about it earlier, and I hope that we could get the support and move back to the program. It's really a great program. But other than that, do you have any questions?
Question for the Police Chief. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
DPW Commissioner.
Good evening, all. We'll start with an update. As you know, we're doing the junk pickup month for the city of Middletown. We have done the 4th ward. It's been completed and cleaned. Now we're doing the 3rd ward, which will be done this week. Next week, the following week, starting Monday, we will be doing the 2nd ward, and then the 1st ward will be done the following week, which basically April 30th. We remind everybody, please put whatever you have to get rid of in there per our regulations, put it out Sunday night, not throughout the week or the week before. Please stick to our calendar, to our schedule, otherwise the city will look messy all over. Once our crews have gone through your neighborhood, we will not come back. So please help us out in here, otherwise it will be a very time-consuming process for us to keep going back and forth. So work with us, because eventually, it's your tax money. We could be doing potholes, we could be doing some other stuff in there instead of going back and forth. So help us out and cooperate with us, please. Reminder, electronics, you cannot put out any electronics in there. It's against the law, and it's bad for the environment, so just leave it inside your house. I think the Common Council is coming up with a solution later on tonight for the electronics. Water main break, we have water main break right now at this time in Brewster Drive. So Brewster Drive area will be without water or very low pressure at this time. It's a little bit more complicated this time because we have underground high voltage line in close proximity to the water main, and we got a gas line in there. So we're coordinating with Orange and Rockland so that we make sure it's safe for our men to go in there and repair the water main break. So hopefully within a couple of hours we'll have good news and we will restore the water. We had an audit for New York Rising, a third-party audit hired by New York State. They came down and they audited our books and the way we keep track of New York Rising projects, which is, as you know, it's a $3.5 million grant. And I want to thank Don Paris, our city treasurer. He was there. He was very constructive. And I want to just call out one person from my office, which is really, she's carrying the load, Kate Zohorchak from my office. She took ownership of that project. She took big load off my shoulders by keeping track of all the paperwork, the filings, the quarterly reports, and the updates and so on. So I'm very, very thankful to her too. Last week, 2 weeks ago, the last Common Council meeting, I updated you on many capital projects that are taking place in here in the city of Middletown. And now I want to update you. I told you I will be updating you about the DOT projects. We have a total of 3 DOT projects. The contracts have been signed with the consultant. And we are meeting, we're having the pre-construction, pre-design meeting with the DOT. Hopefully, we're trying to schedule one early next week with 3 different consultants that will be working on these projects. So we're very excited about those projects. They are the traffic operation, traffic control and operation in throughout the city of Middletown, signalized intersections. The total project is about $7 million. Is going to be done on over several years. But the design will be completed upfront for all aspects of it. ADA, sidewalks in certain areas in Middletown, including Dawson Avenue that we described before, and then the streetscape project, which is basically sidewalks and landscape and green infrastructure in downtown that will be funded through the DRI that the mayor has been talking about, the $10 million, some of the $10 million that the governor has given, has granted Middletown. So with that, I will turn it over to you if you have any questions. Or
You have any questions for Jacob? Jacob, the County Route 78, the roundabout.
Yes, sir.
It's cut down to 1 lane coming from like Quick Check. I was there at 4 o'clock. The line was all the way down to 17M.
Okay, I'm glad you told me that. I wasn't aware of that.
From 5 to 7 is crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad you told me that.
The busiest time.
Yeah, we'll address that. We'll try to address that. I will have to go through it with the.
I mean, I understand it when they're working, but they weren't working, and it was 4 o'clock. It was down to 1 lane.
Thank you. Yeah. Also, just a reminder, we are flushing our hydrant, our water system now. So please check our website about the timing. Call our office at DPW in there, but make sure that you check the water before you do any wash. You know, especially with the whites in there, so you will not cause any staining. You can call us at DPW or check the website, or just allow 48 hours after the flushing of the system in your area. But always check the water, please.
Thank you. City Treasurer.
Good evening. Just have one thing to announce. The external audit started a week ago with our new auditors. And new people are new people, and but it's going pretty well. They're going to finish in the 2 weeks that they allotted. They'll be finishing up this Friday with an eye towards a May 31st statement, which is going to be 4 months earlier than it came out last year. So that's the plan, and if anybody has any questions.
Any question for Don?
Thanks.
Thank you, Don. Superintendent of Recreation.
Good evening. You'll see there's a resolution tonight to approve to accept $18,000 that we'll be getting from the National Recreation and Parks Association for a Healthy Out of Time School Program Grant. What that's going to allow us to do is buy some equipment that will allow the kids to eat in the evenings at the teen center. So we'll buy a refrigerator. We're going to be serving lunches Saturday and Sundays at War Memorial Pool in the summer, so refrigeration will be there. Why we were eligible for this grant is our school district receives summer food service program funding and also receives national school lunch program funding, which we're now at 100%, the school district at free and reduced lunch. So by what it guarantees is the district will make the meals and deliver the meals to out-of-school time facilities. And we, the Walmart Foundation and the National Recreation and Parks Association, we put in an application and we did receive it. So it's a one-shot deal, but it'll buy us all the equipment we need to sustain the feeding of the kids like in the teen center and our playground program, which we already do. It will also include sports camp, so now your sports camp will also include a free lunch. And I want to thank Lauren Burr and Deborah Dunleavy, who are in food service for the school district, for working with us, helping us fill out the application and making this possible, along with the Orange County Youth Bureau. So this is a great thing for the families of Middletown. The other thing I just want to go over, even though people are still thinking winter, it is spring. Our skateboard clinics start next Saturday, and registration we're finding is very low. Spring soccer, spring cheerleading all starts on May 5th. So just want the public to come out and register. Spring will poke its head up hopefully here sooner or later. And the only other thing I have to announce, people are calling and questioning about swim lessons. We will be having swim lessons this year. We usually use the high school pool, which is being renovated this summer. Our Maple Hill pool hosts our sports camp, and our Davidge Park pool hosts the ability swim, free swim, little people playtime. Our pools go basically from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. every night. So we're actually going to do beginners only, and we're going to hold it at Sproat Street Pool for this summer. After this, we'll be back at the high school running every level of swim lessons there is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. And that's all I have for the public and for you this evening.
Any question for Chris? Thank you, Chris. Corporation Counsel.
I have nothing this evening unless there are any questions.
Question for Rich? Thank you, Richard. City Clerk.
Tonight, we have a resolution to accept $2,820. This money comes from companies around Middletown that are helping with the Pride Committee, and we want to publicly thank all of them. Their names are on the website, and they're also on the resolution. We couldn't do this without them, and again, everybody on the committee thanks them very much. That's all I have.
Remarks of Alderman Burr. Alderman John Francois.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Ray Consume.
Just quickly, I want to remind everyone in the Third Ward and anyone else who wants to attend, the Third Ward constituent meeting will be next Tuesday at 7 p.m. here in City Hall. And just to back up on Sue Depue's announcement, do not forget to come out on Saturday. I promise the weather will be better than it is tonight. And anytime you can offer between 9 and noon. You don't have to have that entire time frame available. Whatever you can give, we would happily accept. So thank you. See you Saturday.
Alderman Johnson.
Thank you. I want to congratulate Chris with that program, also collaboration with the school district. That sounds like a real win-win for our kids. I did get to attend the chief held a town meeting with the bid district last week, and I got to stop by. That meeting had a lot of different topics than the citywide meeting, and I learned a lot about some of the issues that the members of the bid have, and a lot of those issues are going to coincide with the DRI, so we'll see how we move forward with that. I also want to put another plug in for the Nixle program. The last three things I got was citywide cleanup, Little League parade, and a water main break on Brewster Drive, so I feel pretty well informed about things. The Legislative Committee met earlier this evening, and there are some initiatives that will probably be pretty significant as they move forward. We put into motion legislation for background checks for renters, which will ask that landlords get certain criteria before they rent to their applicants. We also put forward an initiative to do some zoning changes in the downtown DMU area to make it more uniform and hopefully more user-friendly. And we also put forward, we've been talking about this since the spring of last year, we're asking the administration to put forward legislation for what we call clearboarding, which is an initiative to require zombie homes, as we've come to call them, to not have plywood but to have fiberglass to cover the windows. A lot of moving parts of that legislation, but we're finally moving forward in these three initiatives, and I think that's a good thing. Thank you very much.
Alderman Green. Thank you. Just backing up on what Commissioner Tawil said, our cleanup week is beginning on Sunday night. Please put out for Monday pickup, and throughout the week as they hit your homes. Also, city cleanup. I'm looking forward to it this coming Saturday. I've been there the last 2 years straight, and it's always been a good event, good time. Someone from my office actually was at a meeting earlier this week. I won't say where or what it was about, but all she texted me during it was, wow, Middletown's doing a lot. So, you know, the word's getting out that we're doing a lot of good things. The meeting did have to do with health, and a lot of the trail stuff came up and all the activities we have. So, you know, kudos to our rec department and to everyone who's really putting their best foot forward for Middletown. You'll notice Jerry is not here. Hope he's doing well. And I did hear it is his anniversary, so happy anniversary to Jerry. And this is my father's birthday, and it's the first time I'm not with him and the family for dinner. So happy birthday, Dad, if you're watching. And that's it. Thank you.
Alderman Tobin.
On a serious note, I'm as a teacher, parent, you have concerns about school safety and the school shootings, and I'm full support of a SRO in every building. And I think that's one part of the equation. There's also a mental health component. This afternoon, I attended the mental health committee for the county. I talked to our representatives Paduch and Sierra about some of my concerns. It's come to my attention that some of our state programs and right in the psych center have been closed, or one program has been closed that actually is an outpatient program that pushes out to people and provides them services with like RNs and social workers. They're really the most vulnerable in our communities that maybe even get injectable medicine, and that another program is on the chopping block. And so I really talked to them about my concerns about the state walking away from their commitment to serving people with mental health issues. And so hopefully we'll keep these programs alive and in our communities. These are definitely people we don't want to fall off the radar. They need to be taken care of. And so I had very positive experiences with and a back and forth with legislators Paduch and Sierra. On a more positive note, I attended the Little League parade with many of my colleagues. It was excellent. We ordered some great weather. It was a great, perfect day. I'd like to thank Little League President Roseanne Durrell, Darren Cross, and Superintendent Brinkhoff and John Bianchi did a great job. The fields were amazing, and it was a good time. It was had by all. My kids enjoyed it, especially the bouncy houses. It was a long day, and they slept like champs. So thank you very much.
Alderman Massey.
Actually, I was hoping to say I had nothing tonight, but in the last couple of days, a number of CSEA members have come to me and asked me if I would address the contract again. Because last week on the 10th, the union had a meeting. And the information that they have given out, look, we have about 102, 103 CSEA members. Most of them are very, very hardworking. They deserve a raise. They deserve a contract. We would love to entertain that. However, it's only one group that is stopping that, and that's the leadership. And unfortunately, at the meeting, they out and outright lied to them. A couple of them came to me prior to the meeting, and I gave them the contract that we offered, and it's now going into fact-finding. So they actually had to document. They knew what the city was offering. They were surprised, but anyway, they went to the meeting, and they were told two things, which were just out and outright lies. One, that they couldn't bring it up to a vote because the city had decided to go to fact-finding. I checked with our corporation counsel, and that's an out and outright lie. They can vote at any time they want. They can bring it to a vote tomorrow morning if they choose to. The second item in which they out and outright lied, they told them that Mayor DeStefano and Alderman Massey said the only thing you're going to be able to vote on is, I think it was number 11, or it might have been number 9, whatever it was, and that was the privatization. That also is just an outright lie. It's a package deal. Everything is in there. Anyone that wants a copy of that, please notify me, come up to my office, I'll give it to you. The other thing that was very disheartening, and it was reported by a number of people who were at the meeting, there were some terribly, terribly vicious things that were said about a number of the people in elected office. I have no problems. You want to take me on, take me on. But stick to the issues, be honest, and we can move forward. The only thing the mayor's ever said, the council president has ever said, and I've ever said, bring it to a vote. If that vote goes down, then obviously they got to come back, and I'm not on the negotiating team, and the negotiating team will negotiate again. But for whatever reason, and remember, the mayor stood there several months ago and told you that he and the union president had agreed on certain things, thought this was a done deal, and then the outside forces, the region, got involved, and that's where our problems are. Union members, we're behind you. We truly are. I work in City Hall, and I see what the CSEA does. They work very hard. We are not holding up anything. It's your leadership that won't bring it to a vote. If they bring it to a vote, it'll be settled one way or the other. But the tactics that they are using, it's just not right. And like I said, several of them have come to me, and I've told them exactly what was going on, and they told me what was going on. And they're just lying to them, and there's just no reason for that. Everything should be transparent, and like I say, if there's anyone that doesn't believe what we've offered or thinks that I'm telling a fib, I'll be happy to give you, I happen to have it with me, the documentation. So please, let's move on. We've had a lot of positive things. The Little League Parade was outstanding. We do have a lot of positive things, and you people do deserve good things for you. And we appreciate the work that you do. But please know it is not this board, it's not the elected officials who are doing this to you. Thank you very much.
New business.
Tonight, we have a resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey to report days' work to the New York State and local employees retirement system for elected and appointed officials.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Tobin?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Burr?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey to correct a posting in Resolution 97.18 to authorize the treasurer to transfer $115,600 from the repairs to equipment to materials and supplies to fund the payment of the lower rollers and wearing rings.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Tobin?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Burr?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Burr to authorize the treasurer to accept a donation in the amount of $2,800 from the Walkill Engine Company No. 6 for the Middletown Recreation and Parks.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Burr, seconded by Alderman Tobin. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Tobin?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Burr?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Tobin to authorize the mayor and the city clerk to sign the necessary 2017 Service Award Program firefighter records listing forms.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Tobin, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Tobin?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Burr?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey to close streets and intersections necessary for the Middletown Walkill Veterans Council Memorial Day services and parade on Monday, May 28, 2018.
Resolution by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Burr. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Tobin?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Burr?
Aye.
Green?
Aye.
Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green to close streets and intersections for the YMCA 22nd Annual Ruthie Dino Marshall Run on Sunday, June 10th, 2018.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderwoman Ram Kasoon to close streets and intersections on Sunday, June 3rd for the 38th Annual Orange Classic 10K Road Race beginning 7 a.m.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Consume, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois to close streets and intersections necessary for the Run for Downtown, Saturday, August 18th, 2018, beginning at 8 a.m.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez. Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Tobin to authorize the Assistant Fire Chief to sign agreements with the County of Orange for the fire safety trailer.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Tobin, seconded by Alderman Massey. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson to authorize the treasurer to establish 2 capital project lines within the 2018 budget for the Maple Avenue area project and the West Main Street area project.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Consume. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez. Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green to authorize the treasurer to accept 6 each $1,000 deposits for the DRI facade program, commitment fees, and establish a T account called DRI facade program in the 2018 budget.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson to authorize the purchase of a new senior bus at the New York State contract price of $57,702.22.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Massey. Might be using it. Any discussion?
I heard that.
Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Alderman Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Massey.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Burr to accept the out-of-school time program grant totaling $18,000 from the National Recreation and Parks Association.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Burr, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey to hereby grant a 30-day waiver for a full liquor license for Jay's Place at 39 West Main Street.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Burr. Any discussion?
I have a question. Is this like a standard thing, 30-day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the SLA requires a 30-day waiver after a 30-day waiting period until I receive the liquor license. But you guys have the power to waive that 30-day waiver, and they're asking
Okay,
to do
thank you.
that.
Yeah, and he's done a lot of work in there.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Looks nice.
Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez. Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois to authorize the treasurer to accept a total of $2,820 in donations for the Middletown Pride Cleanup Day.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois, seconded by Alderman Consume. Any discussion? Roll.
Ram Kasoon,
Aye.
Tobin,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
John Francois,
Aye.
Burr,
Aye.
Green,
Aye.
Massey,
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. That is all for new business.
Alderman John Francois.
Yes. Resolution from the floor to allow electronic drop-off on May 12, 2018, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., maximum of 5 units. with the City of Middletown residential ID required. Thank you.
Motion by John Francois, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Tobin.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Burr.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Jacob, you have an announcement?
Yeah, thank you. Just to advise the people in Brewster Drive, Orange and Rockland will have to de-energize that high voltage cable that's underground because it's very close to our water main where we have to do the repairs. So that will take a few moments, and then your power will be restored, and then they will energize it again after we are done. So they just want to make it safe for our men. So you'll see the power going off for a few minutes, and then it's going to come back certain areas in Brewster Drive. Sorry about that.
What's the moment? Like 5, 10 minutes?
A few minutes, that's what they said.
A few minutes.
Does the other part of the grid pick it up? Is that what it is?
Yes. The other part of the grid will be fed from the other side. Once you do the energization of that section, then the other side of the grid will feed.
Thank you. Audit.
Mr. President, I move the accounts be audited, the claims be adjusted, and the city treasurer be authorized to issue warrants for their payment.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, second by Alderman Tobin. Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Tobin.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Burr. Green.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
So moved.
Adjournment.